Let's go. Early morning pregame show. I haven't done one of these and God knows when, but it feels good to be up here. What Sunday we have today? The games during the day all suck. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. They all suck. The only decent game is Dallas and Denver, and that's at 4:25. The whole country, except if you live in Tennessee or in Indianapolis, that part of the country will not see Dallas and Denver. Everybody else in the United States will. I don't really care about that game, so I'm not going to get into that game for you. Because that game to me is just all hype. I'll say this: the Broncos last week got lucky. You want to make a bet Sean Payton whipped their asses this week at practice? I'm going to leave it at that. Dallas is supposed to be number one offense, okay? Against, to me, the best defense in the league. Browns and the Broncos. Broncos is my dark horse to come out of the AFC. Right now, it's beginning to crystallize that. And they got the Chiefs week 11. I'll be looking forward to that. But tonight, and I'm going to review sports yesterday. I don't know about college football yesterday. I just know my Hurricanes won 42-7. I don't know these other scores. But I'll review it. I'll do hockey last night. But first, we're going to talk about this monster of a game tonight. NBC expects this game tonight to be the highest rated ever on television. I do agree with that. With no World Series, no one cares about the NBA. I hate to say it, no one really cares about the NHL, so what you got? You got Rodgers versus Love tonight. Now, Aaron Rodgers has let it be known to everybody that he has been waiting for this game since he walked away from Green Bay 3 years ago. Okay? All right? And you don't blame him. The question in tonight's game to me is, it's always the question when it comes to Green Bay. Can their defense make a big stop in a big moment this game tonight? I don't really see that much scoring tonight in this game. First of all, the play callers don't really let it hang out there. And that's what disappoints me about the Packers. That they don't let Love do what he does. And I think that stagnates their offense. Meanwhile, with Pittsburgh, can they get enough for Aaron to do his magic? And again, it comes down to the two defenses. And if you put a gun to my head, it's not even a question. I'm taking Pittsburgh's D over Green Bay's D any time and a gazillion times on Sundays. How could you not? And that's what this game's going to come down to. The D. Let me rephrase that. Both teams' defenses is the game. I'm just laughing at myself. What's up with Tackman, Clan Killer? It's about, I would say, 6:45 out in quarter to 8 in the morning. Quarter to 8 in the morning out in San Diego, in La Jolla, as he lives with the big wigs out there. Shout out to him. Good morning to you, Tack. You know you're my favorite boy. You know that. But back to this game today. And then we're going to go over we're going to do the games today. We're going to do the weather. And I'll just tell you what's going to happen in all these games today. I'm expecting a hell of a game tonight. I hope, because I love both of these guys. I love both of them. I hope both coaches for Sunday Night Football let it all hang out with these two quarterbacks. Morning, Vamos. I want to see these two quarterbacks excel in front of the national stage. Love um, reminding people how good he is. We don't see Green Bay much like we used to. And of course, Rodgers, the Grandmaster, um, wants to prove that he's not done. Matter of fact, let me take a look at their numbers right now. I know Love is, I think, 9-2. That means 9 touchdowns, 2 picks. Let me see. N.F.L changed their website a little bit. And I do the weather. That's when we go through the games today. Okay. That's when I'll go over the games. All right. Waiting for this to be hooked. When the Dolphins got to go up against B. John Robinson today, Drake London. We'll get to that game. I'm going to go over the numbers right now. All right, Herbert. Let me see Prescott. Prescott's number 2. Herbert, by 300 yards, leads the league in passing yards. 16 TDs, 7 picks. And that's why people jump off the Justin Herbert bandwagon. But Mahomes having a big year. Let me get to where is Aaron Rodgers? We'll do him first. He's at the bottom. 14 touchdowns, 5 picks. This is what I'm talking about. You know, people want to throw Aaron out the window. Out of your mind? Really? 105 passer rating. 69% completion rating. 7.4 yards a pass. 1,270 yards. That is excellent for Aaron, especially in Pittsburgh. So I expect the Steelers to throw the ball. I love the Steelers tonight, by the way. All right, Jordan Love, 1,438 yards. Whoop-de-damn-do. 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, 108 QB rating, 69%. These guys are identical, basically, just that Rodgers have thrown more touchdowns. Love has a little bit more yards. But my point is, let's, offensive coordinators, or more, Matt LaFleur, let him ball out against Rodgers tonight. I get the feeling that's what's going to happen because Pittsburgh is going to stuff the run. These two guys are mirror images of each other. Let me get the weather. I might as well leave up the N.F.L for injuries, and I'll do that before I get out of here. I won't be here long, probably an hour, because I'm not going to be on tonight to 7:20. Let me get the injury report, and I'll do that before I get off the air. The injuries, but I got it up. Okay. As I am doing the weather, I will preview the game for you. I'm about to do the weather right now. So hold up and we'll do the weather. Here we go. I love the NFL weather report. It's cute the way they do it. Well, you know, the first game on the board. Miami and Atlanta will do this. The one hope Miami has in this game, and I don't know if it's going to help them, is that Kirk Cousins is rusty, and he's going to start today. No Penix today. And I think that could be a help to Atlanta. Dolphins, let's just call it like it is. Okay, I'm going to talk about this for a couple of quick seconds here. Me and Manzano had this disagreement last night, and I tried to tell him that the next coach they bring in, this is how you can judge that dumbass Dolphin community what their temperature is, okay? If Ross brings in a name like Rex Ryan, Mike McCarthy, whatever side of the ball that coach is, that's what he's gonna dominate. He ain't gonna get, like, if you hire Rex, he already said on national TV that Tua is a waste. Said that 2 weeks ago, but he's too small. And if that's the case, they bring in Rex. That tells you that Tua's lifeline in Miami, it's going to be one more year anyway, but the question will be with Rex, how will he handle the quarterback situation if he comes in? That's the word on the street about up here in New York that now Rex has denied it, but believe me, if Stephen Ross approaches him, he will jump on the job. And if that happens, this team is going to be the way Brian Flores wanted this team. And isn't it funny how Brian Flores is right? Isn't it funny how show me the money, that cocksucker at quarterback? Isn't it funny how the same motherfucker, by the way, you got me going like this. I'm getting amped. That the Dolphin community put on a motherfucking pedestal. How is it looking now? Dolphin community, how is it looking now? Eric, how is it looking now, bro? How is it looking? Shake Money, who had a mural. Man wearing, it was 2 years ago, this man's wearing a $1,000 suit like a mafia boss, taking a picture on Instagram of him with Tua in the mural. Are you out of your fucking mind, bro? How is it now for you? And let me say this. I'm going with Atlanta today in that game, but let me say this. You lose this game, when I come on tonight, I'm going all in roasting to begin the pregame show today, okay? You lose this one, roasting tonight on like a pig on a goddamn stick. Okay, Dolphin community? Destroying you tonight. You lose this one. They're in the dome. Temperature doesn't matter. Next, Jets in Cincinnati. I jumped all over the Bengals. I didn't bet on the Dolphins and Falcons because anything can happen in a game like that. So I left it alone like a smart bettor does. I jumped on this. Flacco never had weapons like T. Higgins and the great Jamar Chase. Jets are dead team walking. Jumped all over it. 6.5. I took the Bengals today. Cloudy day in Cincinnati, 59 degrees. In Foxborough, kickoff, 53 degrees, 7 miles per hour winds. Patriots and Browns. This game would be very low scoring. I didn't touch it. Very low scoring. I love the Eagles today. They'll play their A game today to stick it back to the Giants. I jumped all over it. I took the 7.5 and also took the over at 43. Expect the Eagles to destroy the Giants today. Buffalo and Carolina. Now we're going to talk about the Buffalo Bills. Okay. All right. I'm loving this. All right. Let's talk about Buffalo. Okay. This is a team that is not going to get it done under the current Raiders. When they blew the second round of the playoff in Kansas City back in 21 with 13 seconds to go and made Leslie Frazier the scapegoat. We all know it was that gutless, I forgot it, McDermott, who's scared to lose in big games. Remember, he runs the defense, and he got away scot-free. I promise you. They don't get to the bowl, and they're not. And we're going to see. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be at Mom's eating some chicken wings next Sunday. Kansas City's coming in next Sunday, 4:25 Eastern in Orchard Park. We'll see what the Bills are made of next week. I left this game alone only because if I would have took Carolina, and this game will be played in the rain in Charlotte today, 62 degrees and raining. Don't look now. The Panthers are 4-3, and I told you people back after the draft, Panthers will be very improved. Well, right now, Davey Canales is working his magic with Bryce Young, and it's looking very promising for the Panthers. Chicago at Baltimore, Lamar Jackson is back today. Derrick Henry is back today. I love this game. The only problem is, to be honest with you, is Lamar Jackson rusty. Okay. 2.5. Ravens are favorite. And start the Bears favored by 1.5. I'm gonna leave it alone. Because anything can happen. Bears are playing well. See, the two teams I told you in the NFC will be very improved. The Bears and Carolina. How is it looking? Frisco at Houston indoors. I took the over 41 points. I jumped all over it. The over, and I expect this game to be over. Indoors, temperature doesn't matter. New Orleans is indoors against Tampa. I left this game alone because Tampa is banged up. And they're playing indoors, 80 degrees. It's going to be thunderstorms in New Orleans, but they're indoors, so it doesn't matter. Dallas and Denver. Okay, this is the game most of the country will see today, 4:25. Denver's defense ain't going to let what happened last week this week. And that could be the worst thing for the Cowboys. I left this game alone like smart bettors do. Best offense, best defense. In Rocky Mountain High, Denver fans go all crazy whenever the Cowboys come in. Ain't going to be too many Cowboy fans in Denver today. I can tell you that. I'm going to go with Denver because of their defense. I'm going to go Broncos today. I didn't pick the game, thank God, but I'm going to go Broncos. Point spread is 53.5. I'm not touching it. Indy and Tennessee, I'll be watching this game in my living room because I want to see the Colts with my own eyes for a full afternoon. Definitely the Colts, but 14.5 to give Indianapolis is too much. Too much. And 47.5, I left it alone. Ain't too many games I picked. And last but not least, the Packers and the Steelers, I took the 40.5 points and the over. I think these teams will score. I think the defense that makes the biggest stop will win. And right now, I'm going Pittsburgh defense to make that big stop. And tomorrow on Arrowhead, Mom's special. Her Chiefs coming on now. As they will play in the slop in the rain tomorrow night in Arrowhead against the no offense Redskins. I jumped at it at 9.5 when it opened. I'm going to stick with that. I'm glad it's not, I'm not the 11.5, 12.5 right now. That's why you put your bets in early. And that is the weather report in the N.F.L. Next, the broadcasters. Get the weather out of here. Let me see who's in the room. All right, next, the broadcasters. Where is this at? Okay. The broadcasters are next. We'll let you know who's calling what today, your favorite game. I know with the Miami-Atlanta game, it's going to be Melanie Collins, that beautiful lady. Kevin Harlan and Trent Green. They'll be in Atlanta today for that one, for you Dolphin fans. All right. Oh, I'll do the point spread a little later. I'm going to talk some more as we're near 11 o'clock Eastern time on the East Coast, which means Fox is about to come on their pregame show, which I do like. Panthers won last night. We'll talk about that. They was in a slump. All right, Adam Amin and Greg Olson. Let's see what game they're doing. They're doing Buffalo and Carolina. Kevin Harlan and Trent Green, Melanie Collins is in Atlanta for the Falcons and Dolphins. Carolina and Baltimore's Iron Eagle and J.J. Watt and Evan Washburn. In Carolina today, it's Adam Amin and Greg Olson. They're doing the Panthers and the um, Bills. Jets, Bengals, Spiro Ditas, Adam Archuleta, and Aditi Kinkibawa. That is the worst broadcast team for uh, CBS. Frisco at Atlanta on Fox. Kevin Kugler and Moose Johnson. Cleveland at New England on Fox. Chris Myers and Mark Schlereth. Giants and Eagles. That is Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady. And Aaron Andrews and Tom Rinaldi. They'll be in Philly today for that one. Tampa and New Orleans, Kenny Albert, John Vilma. Dallas and Denver, you know that's Nance Romo, Tracy Wolfson. Titans and Colts, Catalan, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and the gorgeous A.J. Ross. And tonight, you know who's in Pittsburgh. That's Tarico Collinsworth. There. And tomorrow, Buck Aikman and Lisa Salters will be in Arrowhead in the ring. So there goes your announcers for the games today. And now let's do the point spread. There we go. All right. Hurricanes win last night. The Canes 42-7. They redeemed themselves. The biggest game of the year for them next week in Arlington against SMU. Huge next week for the Miami Hurricanes. All right, Jets and Bengals, depending on your sports book of choice. Fanatics got it at 5.5. So does ESPN Sportsbook, Caesars Sportsbook. Damn, the only one who didn't change was FanDuel. Okay. Everybody else made it 5.5 across the board. Bengals favorite, except for my sportsbook, FanDuel. They didn't do it. Like I said, I jumped all over the over under 41.5. I jumped on it. Texans and Niners today. Bears and Ravens. Ravens. It opened up. Ravens 7. Now it's 2.5. Dolphins. Falcons opened up at 1.5 right now. Depending on the sports book, it's 7. ESPN and FanDuel got theirs at 6.5, so they must see something in the Dolphins. Bills 7.5 across the board, except for the Hard Rock down in South Florida. Hard Rock got a touchdown. Okay, most of them have a touchdown. Okay. I didn't touch the game, of course. I jumped on the Eagles. I took the 7.5 minus 43.5 for points. Jumped all over that. Patriots a touchdown favorite, except for ESPN, the 7.5 point favorite. Um, I left it alone, and the over under is 40.5. Interesting. Buccaneers opened at 5.5. It's 3.5, except for ESPN and DraftKings. And the over under now is 46.5. I left it alone because you don't know in a game like that. Colts 14.5 all over the place. 15 of FanDuel, and the Mohegan Sun 47.5 over under. Cowboys Broncos opened up at 4.5. It's now 3.5. Broncos are favored, and the over under right now is 52.5. I left that game. And of course, this game, Packers 3 point favorite, except for ESPN, Hard Rock, and Fanatics. They got it at 2.5. Interesting. I took the over in this game, which is 45.5 now. Interesting. And of course, tomorrow night it opened up at 3.5. It's 11.5 now, all over the place. Chiefs over the Redskins, who have no Jaden Daniels, no Debo Samuel, no Terry McCollum, with Marcus Mariota and the pouring rain in Arrowhead. Good luck with that. And that is your point spreads for today's games around the N.F.L. Give me a quick second. I'm still here. I like watching Fox's pregame. Which leads me to last night, as the Dodgers redeemed themselves. Yakamoto pitched a complete game last night. Back-to-back complete games for Yomo. And the Dodgers even it up. So. All right. Will Smith came through again, as the catcher has really been a hell of a catcher since he's been called up. So LA ties it up. They go home. And I do believe whoever wins 2 out of 3, these Monday, Tuesday, by Wednesday night at 11:15 Eastern Daylight Time, we will know who's going to win the World Series. And I'm still going with the Jays to win this World Series. They have to win 2 in LA, and I believe they can do it. This time they can't. They have to win 2 again, like they did in Seattle. They win 2 in LA, they're going to win the series. They'll win it like I predicted Friday night in Stadio. So, Hockey last night, of course, the Canadians down 2-0. Demidov put on a show again. And Montreal beats Vancouver 4-3, 5-3 last night. So Montreal keeps rolling. Let me take up the NHL scores from yesterday. So we go for the NHL from last night. I'll be watching the Avalanche and the Devils today at 1 o'clock. That's what I'm gonna be watching. No football. I'll be watching the hockey at 1 o'clock today. Golden Knights at the Lightning today. And I kept the N.F.L up because I'm gonna give you the injuries before I get out of here. All right, the Islanders had a 3-0 lead. They blew it last night. They lost in the shootout 4-3 to Philly. Morton Gicke with the game-winning goal last night. Boston beats Colorado 3-2. Tampa Bay finally got off the snide as they beat Anaheim 4-3. Leafs came back to beat Buffalo in overtime. Tavares scored the winning goal. Panthers won 3-0 last night. Bobrovsky was excellent. Reinhardt scored a goal. Utah, Minnesota is dead. And I'm going to tell you why. When Kaprizov was on the ice working out with his teammates, and when all of his teammates found out in workouts that he declined an 8-year, $16 million deal, his teammates looked at him sideways. And Minnesota, to me, ain't good anyway. But they lose again at home. Utah whipped them last night. And like the Flames, but with much more talent, of course. Minnesota is dead man walking right now because the man on the team was greedy. His teammates see that. And they're like, whoa, this guy cares more about his money than he does winning. Control the frill. Give me a damn break. Red Wings on fire. They scored 5 unanswered, down 2-0 yesterday. And they win 6-4 in St. Louis. Blue Jackets, big win as they won in Pittsburgh in a shootout last night. Blue Jackets desperately want to make the playoffs. Ottawa, they had a big brawl last night. Omar came all the way down from one side of the rink into the other to get into that brawl. Ottawa wins 7-1. That's a big win for Ottawa. That's a tough loss for Washington. Dobish redeemed himself. Down 2-0, like I said. Demidov put on the show. Montreal 4-3 over the Canucks. I watched that game. I did that game last night. Nashville beat the Kings. So, and our prayers for people in the Caribbean. Category 5 storm. Wow. That's horrible. My prayers to everybody in the Caribbean. So the Kings are scoring more. The Kings just don't like their coach. They don't believe in their coach. And that team is interesting. Stars beat The cooled off Hurricanes 3-2. Hurricanes started the year 6-0. They've been losing lately on the road. They're in the West Coast for a couple of weeks, which is smart by the schedule makers. But in sports, and I know in hockey you can do this, football you can do this. You can tell the schedule makers what you want. So, like, if you're a team and you want to go on two West Coast 7-game road trips to get the West Coast out of the way, and you just go to Chicago and St. Louis late in the year, they will do that for you. They will accommodate you. And last but not least, the Kraken, the Cord. I tell you, he's a good goalie. They beat the Oilers last night. Watch the Oilers take it out on Vancouver tonight, 3-2. And that's your NHL wrap up. So there you go. I have it go. I have it good. I have it going 7, and I have the Dodgers winning in a marathon game, 13 innings. Okay, is this just me being a fanboy of Aaron Rodgers, or do you see it as a possible that he can throw for 400 yards today and 6 touchdowns? They're not. No, that's not going to happen. The Packer defense is good for 2.5 quarters, and then it disappears. That's their problem. And if they're playing in a close game, they're not going to come through. I would like to see Rodgers throw for 400 tonight. Yes, that is definitely the fanboy in you. The point spread tonight is 3 Green Bay's favored by a field goal. And I took the over-under at 44.5. Over. Because I have that much faith in the quarterbacks. So today is a crappy day for football. So that's why I'm watching the Devils and the Avalanche at 1 o'clock. There you go. So, if Manzano's still around, that is the link. So, what a day today. It's going to be a hell of a night tonight. And I come back here at 7:20 for the pregame show of this game. And we'll wrap up. We'll go all around the league and wrap up the games. Tomorrow I'm off. Tuesday I am off. Wednesday I'm off. I'll be back Thursday for NHL Rip Around, where I go through all the NHL games. Let's see what the card is. Friday night, doubleheader NBA. We'll see the Trailblazers played against the Nuggets. You'll see that. Let's see what Thursday's games are in the National Hockey League. All right. Oh, that's right. It's a slow Thursday. 11 games. So let's see what we're going to be doing Thursday night. Bruins and Sabres, Flames and Senators, Dallas and Tampa, Predators and Flyers. We'll skip the Islanders and the Hurricanes. Canucks, Blues, Blackhawks, Jets. We'll be focusing on that game. Rangers, Oilers, Devils, Sharks, Red Wings, and Kings. So we'll go from we'll go from 7 to 10 o'clock. How's that on Thursday night? 10 o'clock, I'm out for whip around. So we'll have NHL whip around. So we'll have that Thursday night. Let me see if I can. Should I do an NBA whip around? Let me see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, they're in LA for the World Series. And like I said, I'll be back at 7:20 tonight. Let's do the NBA and see what games I can do on a Wednesday night and a whip around with them. We'll bring back the Irons Unkind Wednesday night. Okay. Let's look at Wednesday night. All right, Wednesday we got Rockets in Toronto, Cleveland, Boston. That'll be interesting. Of course, that's on ESPN. Orlando and Detroit, I'll skip it. Atlanta is here to play Brooklyn. I'll skip it. Sacramento Bulls, I'll skip it. Indiana at Dallas, skip. New Orleans at Denver, skip. Portland at Utah, skip. Lakers and T-Wolves. So I will not do a whip around Wednesday night. Thursday, we got Warriors and Bucks. Friday, of course, I told you already. They already started the Emirates bullshit. Nuggets and Trailblazers, we'll do that one Friday night. So Friday, the way it's looking, we'll have just one game Friday night, 10 o'clock. I'll be on the air at 9:55 for Portland and Denver. That Emirates Cup bullshit. So one game on Friday night, Portland and Denver. Portland's at the Clippers tonight. I'll watch the replay after the Green Bay game, unless the Green Bay game is a blowout.
Hey, Mace.
He sounds like he's on an airplane. Morning, Tony. How are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm pumped up for this game tonight.
So, Mace, am I being just a fanboy of Aaron, thinking he's gonna destroy thinking he's gonna throw for 400 plus yards against this friggin' Packers defense, or that's not crazy?
I would like to see it, but I kind of doubt it. I would like to see it.
And I have that Dodge. I have this Dodgers Blue Jay series going 7 with the Dodgers winning Game 7 in a marathon 13 inning game.
It'll be great for the sport, I tell you that. Rob Manfred said in the pregame show yesterday on MLB Network, he was stunned how much Canada loves the Blue Jays and love baseball.
Yeah,
and now he's reconsidering.
It's not surprising. It's the only team in the country. Of course, every even Montreal fans are cheering for the.
I think Montreal fans right now are infatuated with their 7-3 hockey team right now.
Are the Panthers playing back to back today,
No,
Mace?
no, that was a big win for them yesterday against Vegas.
They
But
went into Vegas and shut them out, right?
no, they won at home.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that game was in Vegas. We went to Vegas and beat
Vegas,
them there.
Vegas is at Tampa Bay at 5 o'clock today.
So they're on an East Coast road trip.
Yeah,
Wait, who's the East Coast team that's on a West Coast road trip, Mace?
Rangers and soon to be the Devils and Carolina.
Are the Panthers games mostly? You know how the Hurricanes haven't left the state at all this year?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
this week? Is this segment of games like from the end of October to the beginning, like the middle of November, going to be mostly in state? Like they're
I
going to
don't think
stay at
so.
home
I think it's time for them to go on a long road trip.
because I thought they already went on a West Coast road trip for the
No, they haven't
Canadian.
been to the West yet.
No, I thought they went on a road trip already. Like
They won a little road trip, yeah, but they haven't been to the West yet.
okay,
Yeah, but back to the football. Yeah,
so
I've roasted the Dolphin community this morning.
I missed that. Like, and Mace, what was the point spread for the Mohegan Caesars and FanDuel for the Steelers Packers game?
Everybody had a field goal,
Oh, so they don't think it's gonna
except
be able.
everybody had a field goal.
What is your point spread if you had one?
I would make the Steelers the favorite. It was me.
For me, I had this a push because.
So you think Green Bay is going to win by a field goal?
Oh no, I think it's gonna be such a close game that like this is a true 50-50 game. I don't know who's gonna win this game.
Weather's going to be great if you like football weather. It's going to be 48 degrees and sunny. Like you're going to see the full moon tonight in Pittsburgh. No rain, none of that stuff.
Has it not started snowing in the Northeast yet?
Not yet.
That doesn't start till like Thanksgiving or something like that.
Probably, yeah, around there. It gets really start to get frosty. Yeah, it gets freezing. I gotta buy a pair of gloves for the winter. Yeah.
Are there any like good games that you actually like that you actually would, if you were a gambling person, you would like and actually not push, Mace?
The games I got underneath, I like the Bengals to win by more than a touchdown. They're 6.5 point favorite. I like the 49ers and the Texans to get over 41.5. I think the Eagles smacked the Giants today after the Giants beat them 2 weeks ago. And if there was one more game I would like, 'cause I could have sworn I picked four. Or maybe those were the three I picked.
Is the Chargers game a good game?
Who they playing today? Oh, they play Thursday. They won already. They played Thursday.
Did you like that game, Mace?
I didn't watch it at all. I was doing the Canadians and the Oilers on Thursday night.
Canadians and Oilers. Like for the NHL, do they like? I know the NBA dominates Thursday. I think
Not
they
anymore.
dominate.
No more Thursday nights anymore.
Oh no. What I'm saying in terms of having the most games.
Wednesday nights, the NBA is Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
And the NHL's Wednesday the same. Are they Tuesday or are they Tuesday?
NHL is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
So they actually compete with college football.
Yeah, because Batman came from the NBA, so he respects the NBA. Him and Adam Silver are good friends.
Wow, until you
Yeah, he
said
was
that,
David Stern's assistant, right hand man back in the 80s. And that's why the NHL took him.
and he
Because the NBA was boom back then. That's why they took him. The NBA was the thing 35 years ago, Tony. Believe it or not. Now,
baseball was the the 70s and 80s, Mace.
baseball was all the way into the 90s. You know what killed baseball? Do you really want to know?
Not drafting an inner city kids,
No, what killed baseball was the strike, number one.
and
And
then
number
steroids.
two, the Dallas Cowboys being a dynasty killed baseball.
I was gonna say steroids, but I think steroids to an extent saved the sport.
Steroids was the early 2000s.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say is, to a certain extent, I feel steroids kind of saved the sport from being
And
like
destroyed the sport, Tony, because
in terms of
baseball,
the
like
entertainment
hockey,
aspect. In terms of the entertainment aspect,
is killed it because people don't know if it's real or fake. Killed it.
you don't think that home run chase actually
At that time, but 27 years later, no one cares about baseball no more. It's a regional sport.
hockey is never gonna become a nationwide sport? You think, Wiz?
Hockey, I do think in the next decade they will become big in here in the United States
So you think
because of the programs they have. What hockey needs for it to boom in the United States, they have to win this Olympics. They have to win this Olympics.
and they need another an American superstar?
They have it. They will have to win though. The Chucks, Jack Eichel, Matthews, Quinn Hughes, Jack
Jack
Hughes,
Hughes.
they have to win this year.
They have the Hughes brothers. They have Matthews. They have Eichel and the Kachuk brothers.
Yeah, they have to win this.
They almost won that. Do you think it would have helped them if they won the Four
Yes,
Nations?
yes,
So
yes,
you think in the next 10 years, hockey and soccer are going to replace basketball and baseball
yes.
as the two
No,
major?
in America, it's going to replace it. Yeah, yeah.
I feel bad. What do you think hurt? Do you think the strike hurt basketball?
What hurt basketball? The personalities hurt basketball.
Oh,
Like you got
everybody hates LeBron
a guy like LeBron hurt the game badly because
because
he's
the media
he's
was shoving him down everybody's throat.
that and he's very arrogant and pompous and he's not relatable. While Steph Curry is relatable. He's a
How about
person that you can reach out and touch him. He's very relatable. LeBron is get your hands off me. Don't even touch me.
so KD, Kyrie is like that too, or are they more relatable?
They're not relatable, no.
So the guys that are coming up, you think are more relatable, like a Shea and stuff like that. Uh, my
The
God,
problem is the problem is America doesn't care about Oklahoma City.
or my mistake, Cooper Flag.
They care about him, yes.
He's gonna be the next great white hope of the
Yes.
sport.
Who is a damn good player, by the way.
You think he can rebuild that fan base in the NBA, Mace Cooper?
Oh yeah, yeah, he's American, yes. Yes.
And
Very
and
easily.
and to be honest, Messi's helping soccer, but what needs to happen is they need to start developing superstars in this sport. But all the athletes are going to other sports that pay right away.
Not only that, the soccer problem is Lionel Messi going to win in the MLS?
Yes, they're saying Miami's going to probably win the their cat they're tying in the East. They're tied with the number one team. They already have they're tied with the second team, and they're like 3 points behind Philadelphia.
I think what else hurts the soccer here is that the players who are the big stars, they're in Europe. That's the bottom line. All right, Moss is in the building, and he says Arsenal, one of the tops of the table. He's talking about Arsenal today.
Mace doesn't want to hear about Arsenal. He's a Manchester United fan.
No, it's not only that. It's not only that. My mind is focused on that game right on the billboard right there. That's the game today.
Personality-wise, Mace, is there a soccer player you saw growing up that reminds you of, like, personality-wise to Aaron? That very pompous, arrogant.
Never, I never really studied that. I know Pele. I know a lot. It was Pele's birthday the other day, and a lot of his fans, like me, were saying how much he is the greatest living, once player of all time. And I know a lot of you young people will disagree with that because you didn't see him play.
Yeah, no, for me, I like Messi. Even though he won a World Cup, he's right behind Pele and Maradona still. Because both of those two guys have multiple World Cups. I want him to win another one with Argentina before I anoint him the greatest player of all time.
Mbappe has Real Madrid in the lead. Moss, not today, bro. Not today.
Yeah, you
there
guys
will
saw
be no soccer in here today.
you yourself saw Pele in his prime, Mace.
Yes.
Like, do you agree with what he said that, like, you saw an interview recently where he said that Messi's a one-skill player?
I don't know. All I know, when I saw Messi playing the World Cup 2 years ago, he was balling. 2 or 3 years ago, whenever that World Cup was, he kicked ass and took names. And so did Mbappe. Oilers lose to Everly, Seattle. Yeah,
by the time Maradona started playing, by the time Maradona started playing,
Maradona was great.
No, by the time he started playing, was Pele on the way out, or was he still in his prime?
He was gone already. Pele was the 60s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. Maradona was the 80s.
80s and early 90s?
Yeah.
The mid 90s to the early 2000s was, I think, Beckham,
Rooney,
Ronaldinho.
Yeah, Rooney.
The boy in Cesc Fabregas, and like a prime Sergei Busquets in Spain, and Pirlo in
soccer back in the day was awesome, bro.
You think soccer is suffering too with the lack of physicality too, Mace? Like they want more entertainment and scoring. Like you're seeing that, what you're seeing in football, where the physicality of the sport is starting to dwindle because younger fans care more about entertainment and scoring.
Hold up, Vamos, I don't give a damn what Tua is playing with, bro. Okay, I don't care about what Tua is playing with. No one cares. Okay, That quarterback is a fucking bust. Okay, right, Tony?
Yeah.
Damn right he is. Is he better? That's right, B. John Day. You think he's better than Herbert? All you Dolphin losers who you better not
I
lose
don't think
today.
so.
I know you
I
don't. I know you, I test, Flipside Fishing don't. I don't. We almost got Falcons 45-7. If it's 45-7, you have to fire McDaniel. But I did the Dolphins earlier. You all missed my rant. I destroyed the Dolphin community again. I'm gonna say it again what I said this morning. They lose tonight. Today. I will start my pregame show tonight, roasting the Dolphin community. Okay, so better win that game.
Mace,
Yeah.
did you roast your boy Big O
For what?
for his ridiculousness still supporting this idiot?
That's Big O, man. It bothers Big O. He called Herbert Jeff George, which he's not. I mean, do you people realize Herbert leads the NFL in touchdowns? But he's third in interceptions.
He's third in interceptions. You know the comparison I understand why Dan compared himself to him, but to me, when I look at his throwing motion and stuff like that, Mace, Herbert, the inconsistency of Herbert has these weird quirks in his throwing motion. I'm not sure if you noticed this too.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah, he reminds me of a little bit of a Roger Staubach, kind of, because Roger didn't really have a consistent. He's in essence, he's like a Mahomes or a Roger Staubach, where they have these little quirks in their throwing motions and stuff like that, and it's not the flaw that's what makes them great. Those weird quirks. Do you agree?
Herbert's good because he can see over the offensive line.
Yeah.
He also has very good athletic ability. Herbert is just the total package. Now, can he get it done with Jim? I don't know. Time will tell. But he's the total package.
Yeah.
What's up, Raven? He's the total package.
Raven, are you cheering Patrick Mahomes or Herbert or Josh Allen?
Well, you know that answer is Patrick Mahomes. You shouldn't even go there with Raven with that one, bro. So, Drake
Are you
May.
happy with how well your Cowboys are performing, Raven, by the way?
Speaking of Cowboys, Tampa Bay schedule. Okay. They get a bye next week. Then they play the Patriots at home, at Buffalo, at the Rams. The reason why I bring that up, if they win today, they go to 6-2. If they go 1-2, they'll be 7-4. Here it comes, folks. This is the rest of their schedule. Atlanta, 2 with Carolina, home for the Saints, at Miami, home for Arizona. In other words, they're playing the worst teams in the sport the last 6 games of the year, except the Falcons.
Oh, so they already completed their
They'll play their tough schedule. They finished their tough schedule Sunday night, week 12. That will be the Sunday before Thanksgiving.
No, what I'm saying, they already finished all their division games this early?
No, they'll play their division games left. That's the point. That division's bad.
Oh,
They're NFC South.
No, I'm talking about their division, the East.
Yeah, Tampa Bay plays in the NFC South. In their divisions, New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta. They play at Miami. They play Arizona at home. They're not going to lose none of those games.
The Cowboys?
They don't play the Cowboys.
Oh, no. What I'm asking with the Cowboys, have they finished all their division games yet?
No. They played half of them. Let me go take a look at the Cowboys real quick.
Because I think don't they usually play the the
They
Eagles?
play Philly next. They play the Eagles next week.
Don't they usually have them back to back weeks sometimes? Like,
They already played the Giants, and they already played Washington. They're 2-0.
so they only have the two Philly
They have two
games.
with the Eagles, one with the Giants, and one with the Redskins on Christmas Day.
Is the Philly game gonna be their second Philly game? Is that gonna be Thanksgiving?
No, they play the Chiefs Thanksgiving.
Have has that always been a tradition to have the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, Mace?
Yep.
That and the Packers.
No, the Lions. Lions, by the way, Lions Packers is for everything in the NFC North Thanksgiving Day in Detroit.
What is a tradition for the Packers? Are they usually a big Christmas Day game?
No, the Packers their tradition is they're always winning.
No, in
And they
terms of like a seasonal game, like you know how we say the Cowboys, you always see them play on Thanksgiving,
yeah.
stuff like that. Does the Packers have a tradition like that where they have like a
No, no, they don't. And this is the remaining Cowboy schedule since you asked. At Denver today, Arizona next Monday night. Then they go to their bye. Cowboys got easy schedule. At the Raiders, the Eagles again. So they play the Eagles twice in a month. They play them right before Thanksgiving. Kansas City, Detroit. Okay, that's going to be tough. So the Eagles, Kansas City, Detroit. The Vikings on a Monday night. The Chargers go there the week of Christmas. Chargers
that's
go
gonna be a
there.
shootout. That that is gonna be a shootout. If I ever
Then yeah, go ahead.
no, I'm saying that Chargers game. You agree with me? Is gonna be a shootout where you don't know the defenses are not gonna stop anything.
Yes, I would agree with that. So the Cowboys, folks, between weeks 10, I mean, when they come back from their bye, week 11 through 17, they have a brutal schedule.
If they go, like, what is the best case scenario for them, Mace? In your honest opinion, record wise.
If they lose today in Denver, which I think they will, because I don't see the Broncos defense having the mental lapse like they had last week against the Giants.
What happened to that?
Oh,
Like, was that just a weird case for the Broncos? That
yes. Real weird. It's a good way of saying it. They had a letdown, but they came back to win. This week, they'll be ready for Dallas. Dallas has to win today, folks. They lose today, they go to 3-4-1. Beating Arizona next week is nothing because they're going to be 4-4-1. And when they come back, they have to play the Eagles. I mean, they play the Eagles. Oh, they lost to the Eagles opening night. That's right. So that game against the Eagles, the Sunday before Thanksgiving, that's going to be everything for the Dallas Cowboys. That's going to be everything for them. Because if they
what
lose
was
that game, Eagles sweep them. They'll be 5-5 with Kansas City, the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, and Redskins after that. So it's going to be tough for
oh, I thought you
Dallas.
said they have one more game against the Giants.
They do. They're going to win that game. I
Okay.
don't care about that game. They should win that game. I'm talking about against winning teams, Tony. I'm not doing also rans. Giants are 2-5. I'm not doing that.
Okay. With like that's what I'm asking. Like the rest of the way after the bye, if they beat the cow, if they beat the Broncos, if they do, which you don't think they do, uh, the rest of the way, what is their best case scenario in terms of record, Mace? If
Probably
not,
probably 9-6. Is that good enough to make the 9-6-1? Is that good enough to make the playoffs? I don't know. Because remember, you're talking about the Rams, Seattle, Detroit, Green Bay, the Bears, Tampa Bay. Those are damn good football teams. And the Eagles.
I see them losing to the Eagles. I can
I
see
don't.
them beating the Rams.
They don't play the Rams. I'm saying those are the teams who they're competing with, and I don't see them beating the Rams. Hell no. Rams, Eagles, Buccaneers. I've been saying this forever. Clearly, the best three teams in the NFL.
You don't like any of the AFC teams?
No,
They're too inconsistent, or you just don't trust
Buffalo
those?
had their chance. Did they ever get to the Super Bowl under Josh Allen? He had 6 years. Did he ever get there?
Nope. You think it's still too soon for Herbert?
Herbert, they're 4-4. I don't know what they're going to do the rest of the way.
They already beat the Dolphins. Do they have a weak schedule the rest of the way? The Chargers?
Let me find out.
Because I know they have one more game against the Broncos and the Chiefs, but I'm not sure if those are home games or away games.
The game to watch is Indianapolis at Kansas City, Week 12, and I'm going to be doing that game up here. You asked the Chargers, right? Let me go over here.
Yep. I want to see what my boy Justin needs to do.
I have to do a hell of a lot, I tell you that. It's not going to be easy for them either because they got 4 losses already. The one good thing about them is they are 3-0 in the division. They should beat the Raiders again, so that's 4 wins.
They're the only undefeated team in that division?
Yeah.
Like, in terms of division?
Yeah.
So
they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Raiders, they beat the Broncos. All right, next week they're in Tennessee. They should win that game. Then they got Pittsburgh on a Sunday night. Who knows? Especially Aaron's playing indoors. Week 11, this is a team that I dismissed, but they have a good record. They're at Jacksonville. I don't know.
Do you
Then,
trust Trevor,
after
though?
they bye, they got the Raiders at home. They should win that, like I said. Then they got the Eagles on my birthday on a Monday night. I don't know. Okay. At Kansas City. I don't know. At Dallas. I don't know. The Texans. I don't know. Tony's not looking good for you. At Denver. I don't know.
Wait, you really think like the Texans? You're and I don't know against the Texans? Really?
Yeah, I do.
Because they've been inconsistent this whole year.
Yeah, because the offensive line. But if they beat the 49ers today, who's all banged up, they're back in the hunt.
Yeah, I can see them beating the Jaguars because I don't know what it is with Trevor. He doesn't show he shows up to certain games and he disappears in others. Do you agree with that, Mace?
Of course. That's why I don't take them seriously. All right, this is the team to watch, folks. And I told you, I saw them destroy the Chargers last week in LA. This is the team to watch. It's right here. Look at their schedule. We'll do it together. Their remaining schedule. They should be 7-0.
Mace, sad news. Former Jets offensive lineman Nick Mangold passed away due to kidney complications.
Damn. My prayers to Nick Mangold and the Jet organization. It's bad enough for the Jets, isn't it? Real talk. It's bad enough for them, bro. They'll be going into the bye 0-8. All right, next week we're doing the game. They're at Pittsburgh. I'm doing the game up here. That'll be your thumbnail. Then they got Atlanta at home. Then they get their bye at Kansas City. That is the game right there. If the Colts win that game, and they've always had the Chiefs number in their history, they've always had the Chiefs number, including winning 2 semifinal playoff games in Arrowhead in the cold when the Chiefs had their best teams at the time. You know that the Chiefs are now so much better than those teams were. So that'll be week 12. We'll be in Arrowhead for that one, for damn sure. Okay. Texans at home, at Jacksonville, at Seattle. That's going to be tough. The Niners at home on a Monday night, right? The Monday of Christmas. Jacksonville again, and then the Texans. So their schedule for the Colts is tough. But like I always said about the Colts, I've been saying it for years up here. If they ever can stay healthy, they will be a tough out in the AFC. Because what you like about the Colts is that both sides of the football, they're very physical. Not too many teams can claim that.
But my question is, like, in critical moments, like, I understand he's been playing well in the regular season.
That's why you have Jonathan, my man, for the running back.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor.
That's
Are you
why you have
surprised he
him.
stayed healthy? Like, this is an honest question. He's had serious injury concerns throughout his career. Are you surprised he's stayed this healthy this season?
Yes, I'm very surprised. So, unbelievable. We're going to see the Colts next week. I'm excited in Pittsburgh. So you're going to get Daniel Jones and that Colt defense and Jonathan Taylor against Rodgers and the Steelers defense.
Iman, Nick Mangold was, I think, only 52.
Yeah. He was in that great draft where the Jets took Mangold and Brickashaw.
The Brickashaw Ferguson?
Yes. That was a hell of a draft.
Yeah, they drafted two future, like, do you think the Brickashaw Ferguson is a future a Hall of Famer, Mace?
No. Mangold is. Maybe, because remember, those Jet teams under Rex Ryan went to 2 back-to-back AFC championship games. And they won in Indianapolis with a healthy Manning, and they won at New England with a healthy Brady.
Was that, this is our question, was that the year that they had, were those 2 years where they still had Curtis Martin on the team?
No, they had Thomas Jones.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Curtis was still on that team then. Was Curtis already retired, or?
I believe so, yeah. I think Thomas Jones was the big running back on those teams.
You saw both of them play, Mace. Did you, in terms of their running style, who did you prefer, Curtis or Tiki?
Definitely Curtis.
Why? I've talked to, like, I have Giants fans around me, Mace. They're not a big fan of Tiki. Why is that? Why do Giants fans hate Tiki Barber?
Because he quit on the team and he badmouthed the coach and the quarterback and the organization. That's why. Also, that cocksucker, Iman can validate this. He's in the chat. He'll tell you. He also felt that he wanted to be like Barry Sanders because he saw no hope. And isn't justice a bitch? 2 things. Number 1, the Giants won a Super Bowl without him. Number 2, Eli won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. This is number 3. The career he thought he was going to have is Michael Strahan's career right now. Think about that. He really thought he was going to have a career like Michael Strahan on television, and instead he's doing local New York radio where that cocksucker doesn't take no phone calls.
Yeah, no, doesn't, I can't remember. Doesn't he work with Carton or whatever? Tiki and Carton or
That's
whatever?
not. That's nothing, bro. Michael Strahan, Fox, pregame, postgame. Good Morning America. Are you kidding me? Working with that fucking felon Craig Carton?
I agree with you. That's nothing. And apparently Michael might be doing movies soon too.
No, he's taking care of his daughters, bro. Because one of his daughters is in remission right now, and his other daughter's gonna be a model. Strahan on top of the world. Yep. I'm dead. Why you dead, Iman?
Oh no, because you're going in on Tiki Barber.
Because it's the truth. And
And,
then
and,
I
and to
was
be honest, I think he's even jealous of his brother, Rondé.
yeah, because his brother's going to Canton. He's not. He should have been going to Canton. If he would have got that ring, he would have been in Hall of Fame by now. But he quit on his team. He badmouthed the quarterback. He badmouthed the coach. He badmouthed the Maras. And now he's just working on local New York radio where he's scared to take phone calls.
Yeah, because he knows if he answers calls, the Giants fans are going to tear him apart.
Yeah. All right, let me do the injuries. Where is that? The injuries.
Are there any major injuries?
That's what
I
I'm
wonder.
about to find out. That's why I do the injury report. That's why I do it, Tony. Let you guys know what's happening. We're an hour from kickoff, just about. So I can give you the injuries. Beginning with the Bears and the Ravens. For the Bears, Tremaine Edmonds, and Cal Gordon out. Rayshawn Johnson out. Braxton Jones out. Cole Kmet, the tight end, out. DeAndre Swift out. All right, I'll do that in my fantasy league. Lamar Jackson is out for this game. Wow, they say he was going to play. Well, Dolphin fans, you have hope for Thursday night. For Thursday night. Browns has everybody. Patriots, let's see. They have everybody. Dolphins today. Julian Hill out. Jason Marshall out. Falcons. You know Penix is out. Divine Diabo out. Storm Norton out. And of course, Jalen Walker out. Giant game today for you, Iman. Pushan Adebo out. Okay. All right, the Miami Sun Sentinel said that what Ramos said an hour ago, that Tua is sick. I don't know if he's out for the game. Chauncey Godson is out for Atlanta. And Javon Holland is doubtful today. For the Eagles, Jacqueline Barnett is out. A.J. Brown is out. Brandon Graham is out. Adoree Jackson's out. Eagles are all banged up. Cam Jurgens is out. Aziz Ojari out. Niners today, you know they're all banged up. Jake Brindell out. Go ahead, Tony, keep talking. Yerto Gross Matos is out. Bryce Huff is out. Fucking 49ers is a mash unit, bro. Pearsall's out again. Brock Purdy, of course, is out. For the Texans, let's see. They got three guys out. Nico Collins is out. Elijah Hizzle is out. Christian Kirk is out. Jets, Bengals. Sauce Gardner is out. Yeah, you know why Sauce Gardner is out? He don't want to face Jamar Chase today. That's why, man, I'm going to roast his ass tonight. Cam Jones out. Keen Nogoro is out. Josh Reynolds is out. Stone Smart is out. Damn, Jets got a whole mash unit. Tyrod Taylor's out. So they're going to have to go back to Justin Fields. Jay Toast out. Garrett Wilson out. For the Bengals, Cedric Johnson is out. Bills and Panthers, Dequan Jones is out for the Bills. So is Josh Palmer. Taylor Rip is out for Carolina. Bryce Young is doubtful. That's right. They already ruled Bryce Young out for this game. So they're getting the red rifle today. Buccaneers, the following are out. Chris Godwin, Luke Haggard, Bucky Irvin. All out today. So Bucky Irving is out. So that's the Buccaneers. Hassan Reddick is out. For the Saints, everybody's healthy. Tennessee and the Colts, Blake Hance is out. Bryce Oliver is out. Tony Pollard. Calvin Ridley is out. Tony Pollard is going to play. Colts, Samson Ekubon is out. Jalen Jones is out. Tyquan Lewis is out for the Colts. The big game today at 4:25. Trevon Diggs is out indefinitely. DeMarvin Town is out for the Cowboys, and so is Donovan Wilson. The Broncos, everybody's playing today. Green Bay and the Steelers tonight. Lucas Van Ness is out. Dontavian Woods is out. And for the Steelers, Scott Miller's out. Redskins, you know who's out. Jaden Daniels is out. Colson Yarkoff is out. And for the Chiefs, Josh Simmons is out. And Trey Smith is doubtful. The Chiefs got a problem in the offensive line. Plus, it's going to be raining. So I want to thank everybody for being here. I am done. Enjoy your games today. I'll be back at 7 o'clock tonight, 7:20 tonight. Thank you for being here. Good day from the Oasis.